So while there were some disappointing results in Tuesday's primaries, there was one incredible win. Oh, there was a few of them, but there's one here that I really want to focus on, and that's the win by Rashida Tlaib, who won Michigan's primary election in the 13th House District. So this was incredible, and let me first break down some of the reactions and then discuss really who Rashida Tlaib is. So this from People for Bernie. Breaking. Rashida Tlaib is the projected winner of Michigan 13. She will replace John Conyers, become the first Muslim woman to serve in Congress, the first Palestinian-American woman to serve in Congress, and is a Dem-Socialist member. From Justice Democrats. Congratulations to Rashida Tlaib for her exciting victory in last night's Michigan 13 primary. And Rashida for Congress herself. The 13th District wanted a fighter, and they're getting one. I am so humbled by the trust working families have put in my pledge to take on the corporate bullies and make policy that allows us all to thrive. I will not let you down. Now, one of the reasons why this win is so massive is because she is now essentially in Congress. She's running unopposed in the fall. This is her seat. She has it. So, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's in a very deeply blue district, and Rashida Tlaib here are going to be two Democratic Socialists, or Social Democrats, if you want to say it that way. Again, I don't want every time just as an aside, every time now I say Democratic Socialist, I feel like I have to clarify that they aren't necessarily Democratic Socialists the way that the term has traditionally been viewed as. But then others have argued that, yes, in fact, they are Democratic Socialists, but right now they're just running on a platform of social democracy. So this is all just too ridiculous. Let me just call them from now on Democratic Socialists, as that is the phrase that is being adopted by them. All right? So let that as an aside, we have now concluded that discussion. Okay, so Rashida Tlaib is a Democratic Socialist, and she is running unopposed. So her and Ocasio-Cortez are going to be Democratic Socialists in Congress. This is incredible. Now, let me give you a little more on who she is. So this from Business Insider. Michigan likely just elected the first Muslim congresswoman, and she was once booted for heckling Trump. The 42-year-old progressive candidate who was born in Detroit to Palestinian immigrants isn't new to politics. She was a member of the Michigan House of Representatives from 2008 to 2014, when she hit her term limit. She then worked as an attorney at the Sugar Law Center for Economic and Social Justice, an employees' rights group. 2 years ago, she was forcibly removed from a ticketed luncheon in Detroit after heckling Trump, then the Republican presidential nominee, who was giving a speech on economics. Quote, "He doesn't love Detroit," she shouted, according to the Detroit Free Press. Quote, "He doesn't love no one who isn't Donald Trump." She was dragged away to a mixture of boos and applause. Now, this is a fighter. This is somebody who has a history of not only fighting for the people, but also of activism. This is incredible. The fact that she is going to be in Congress is a huge win for this movement. Now, let me break down some of her policy proposals off her website. So this isn't everything because there's a lot. As I've showed before, progressives or Democratic Socialists are very detailed in what they're actually for. But this is a bit of what she supports. So, securing a $15 minimum wage, standing up for unions, preventing cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, promoting homeownership, ending corporate welfare, equal pay for equal work, debt-free college and vocational training, overturning Citizens United, and restoring the Voting Rights Act. And Medicare for all. So saying that I'll fight for Medicare for all that guarantees health care as a right, not a privilege. And some other things off her site. I'm not going to show them all here, but environmental protections, funding public schools, debt-free college, and immigration reform. So this is a candidate that, or now a future congresswoman, that is detailed in what she supports. And as I've showed you, is a fighter. So there couldn't be, while there were some depressing losses on Tuesday, there couldn't be a better person to win a race than Rashida Tlaib. Now, let me Also, I guess just touch on who else won. So, in addition to Rashida Tlaib winning her race, there was also James Thompson, who won in Kansas in his district. And there was also Wesley Bell, who ousted a Missouri prosecutor who didn't charge the officer in the Michael Brown killing. So, in addition to Rashida Tlaib, these were also two impressive wins from progressives. Now, there's going to continue to be losses because of the fact that progressives are always going to be outspent by corporate candidates, whether Democrat or Republican. But as long as you continue to push these messages out there, push these candidates out there, support them in terms of being a volunteer or phone banking, then you give them a better shot at winning in the future. So while there were some disappointing losses on Tuesday, there were also some very impressive and encouraging wins.